Hey, baddies. It's Nika,
And Yanni.
and we are back for meeting 52.
Woo!
This month we read Sugar by Bernice McFadden. And this one, so gut-wrenching.
Very touching.
It was so
Very
gut-wrenching.
touching.
We want to start first with a trigger warning because this book deals a lot with child abuse and sexual abuse. So we will talk about those things a lot as we're discussing. So if you can't bear to hear those things, we understand.
This book. She left the people wanting more. She left the people wanting more. So Nika selected our April pick.
Right.
Because she's a hoe. So
Not true.
So yeah, we meet Sugar,
Mm-hmm.
a young Black woman from Bigelow, Arkansas. She's from Short Junction, but she moves to Bigelow, where she moves next door to her neighbor Pearl, who she meets. And Pearl is an older Black woman who's still mourning the loss of her daughter, Jude, who had a tragic, just horrific death. She was murdered 15 years prior to the Sugar moving to Bigelow. So they become friends, and they're like polar opposites. So, Sugar is this sexy young woman from out of town. She is wearing mini skirts, high heels, makeup, and wigs.
God forbid you wear makeup.
Yes. And she's a sex worker. And meanwhile, Pearl is an older Black woman, very religious, into the church. She's married. And she's still mourning the loss of her daughter through all of this. So they become friends, and their friendship challenges both women. And it also stirs up the town because in walks, Sugar. And it's like, hold on now.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husband.
So they're dealing with that. And just throughout the course of their friendship, a lot of secrets come out, and a lot of trauma is unpacked. So that's the premise of the book.
Yeah. So, girl, this book deals with themes of grief, forgiveness, friendship, racism.
Yes.
And as we said before, abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And then, interestingly enough, Penguin Random House has this genre listed as suspense and thriller. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Suspense I will get. But thriller, I mean, it was, don't get me wrong, like some scary shit happened. But I was kind of like thrown up about that a little bit.
I wonder if those elements kind of like those incidents that I know you probably had in mind caused it to fit into the thriller genre.
Yeah.
But it's set it's set in the segregated southern town Bigelow in the 1950s. And Bigelow is a fictional
town.
It's a fictional town. So
initial thoughts?
This book is surprisingly so short, but it's so full.
So impactful.
Yes. Like every single page is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
Short and full. And I just said at the end, I was like, thank goodness there's a sequel. Because I'm not done with these books.
Yeah, I'm not done with them. So, that's what I said.
I need to read that sequel.
I can't wait to read the sequel.
Yeah.
What's crazy was the reason why I picked this book is because I saw a woman on TikTok reviewing it, and she just said once she read this book, she picked up and read every book by Bernice McFadden. She was like, her writing literally changed her life. And I was like, well, I want to read some life changing stuff. So let's put this on the list. So that's why I picked the book. But initially, y'all, from the first page, it's just like, wow. Like, gut-wrenching. Like, I couldn't believe. And I'm like, that's so horrific.
Yes.
And if you read it, trigger warning, not only was the daughter, what's the daughter's name? Jude was murdered, she was sexually assaulted, and they cut off her private parts. And I was just like, what was the point in that? Like, oh my God, it was so terrible. And even like just reading it and feeling it like that, like she said, it's so short, but very impactful, y'all. Like this was a book.
It would, and to echo, if you read it, you know, but if you didn't, you know that it's just so horrific, because I was so confused, because when they talked about, the tall John, I think was his name, or Tall Joe, they were like, he found her womanhood, and I'm like, what are they referring to?
That's what I said. What are
they referring to? What is he holding in his hand?
Jesus.
And as I read further, I'm like, Lord.
And he had to hand it to her mother. Could you imagine? Like, that is just so crazy. I mean, now that we're on the topic, any other significant moments?
Oh, well, since that was just so traumatizing, I tried to like focus on some funnier moments. Okay, so but I had one more that's like traumatic. And it's when it gave me the chills when Pearl when Sugar introduced what is his name? Lenny. No, Benny, the asshole.
The light-skinned nigga.
Yes. The antagonist, basically. When she met him, when Sugar introduced her and she shook his hand and she saw blood on his hand. That gave me chills. And
right off the bat, Pearl was not messing with him.
Yeah.
Pearl was not. Pearl felt it. She was like, "Oh, I'm not messing with him." Oh boy.
Yes, that was the Holy Spirit. But I thought it was so, like, every moment was just, every chapter was just so emotional, so just impactful,
so vivid.
Like, every other sentence was a bomb quote. But I thought it was a funny moment was when Pearl was trying to introduce herself to Sugar and she kept dropping those sweet potato pies.
Oh my God, that was so funny. She had to drop them pies like 5 times before she finally introduced herself to this lady.
Because I'm just imagining Sugar looking at her like, this lady
is so like,
drop these pies. Girl, get out of here.
Is she that nervous?
Like, what? When she kept dropping and when she went back to Arkansas from St. Louis to meet her mom, to try and reconnect with her mom, and when she ran into the little girl that she had seen prior, who was like, "Do you have a mom?" and stuff.
Yeah.
And she ran into this young woman when she was working, and she told her, "Yeah, I got some mama." And that girl was looking at her like, "Girl, what the hell?"
So she crazy. She was backing up. She held on that for years.
Oh my gosh. Just Joe Taylor being her dad.
Oh my God.
I had my suspicions.
Right? Because why you look just like her? And then that moment that Joe kind of paused, right? I was like,
But I was hoping it was just the author was playing tricks on us. I'm like, no, she's not going to let this happen. But I was floored when when it was officially revealed that Sugar was Joe Taylor's daughter.
Yes.
I was just like, Joe. How could you, Joe? You did it, Joe. And then one more funny part. I'm sorry, when Shirley was like, "You ain't never had my man."
Oh my God. That whole scene was ridiculous.
All I kept thinking about is the old ladies from the Friday movies, because first when they came as and when they were trying to introduce him to the Lord in the first movie in like, Friday Part 1, and then the second one, the third one, when they were singing the Christmas Carol. Yes. Oh my gosh, you ain't never had my man. I could see some like crazy ass old ladies try to argue somebody down about something like that. Oh my gosh, people are funny.
Those moments stick out to me too. Also, when another funny moment was when Pearl was describing Shirley, and she was like talking about her wig, and she was like she was comical looking. I said, I'm gonna start saying that. You comical looking. Like, because so I'm like, they got a nerve to be ugly and want to be on somebody's behind like that. Like, what?
Or just funny looking.
Just funny looking in general with these raggedy wigs they wearing. I said, why should describe everybody's wig like that? It's just raggedy. Like,
but when she would describe her, and she just talk about when she was watching Sugar, and she was like, she just wanted to bust. Like, she was like, I just wanted to bust out laughing. Like, look at like, girl. Oh my goodness.
Any thoughts on any of the characters?
Them people know they ain't had to treat that girl like that.
Oh my God. I mean, but everybody failed Sugar. Like, everybody failed Sugar. Like, it was like she didn't have a standing chance, honestly.
And then it's just so outrageous that, like, Shirley, this is your granddaughter or great granddaughter?
Shirley?
Yeah. You know when they were like talking about her, and Pearl is like, y'all keep talking about her, it's gonna make me bring up a story. And when they talked about the husband of that white family, and he had gotten a black teenager pregnant, and she sent the baby away, that was Sugar's grandmother. So Shirley is her great grandmom.
Oh, so I didn't think it had any relations. I thought they were saying Shirley had a similar situation like.
That's her. It's her. So Shirley had her baby.
Right.
That baby ended up giving birth to Sugar's mom.
Right.
And she mistreated like Sugar's mom. And so that's the reason that Sugar's mom gave Sugar away, because like you could say they hinted at like there was some mental illness there that ran in their bloodline. So she was like afraid, like, I'm going to do her just like my mom did me. I'm just going to give her away to somebody else. I can't take care of her.
Okay, so I completely missed the fact that she was even related to Shirley at all. But I was more so figuring out the relation of the woman who owned the home that Sugar was given.
So,
her son.
Okay, so Sugar's mother. This man would have been her stepdad,
right?
Who she ended up having a relationship with,
right? And whose baby they thought
was
Sugar's dad. Okay, and so I was like, how you guess passed the house down to Sugar? The house was passed down to Sugar's mom. And because Sugar's mom's passed, the house was then passed down to Sugar.
Yeah, because he would have thought Sugar was his child, but not because, and he didn't. He was kind of hush hush about it. That's probably why, because you were messing with the mother, and then you got with the daughter, and you thought y'all had Sugar, but that's not really
the case. That's what I figured was going on there, but I did not have any idea it was any relation to Shirley. That's crazy. Okay.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, for Sugar, I was just like, the whole time I'm reading, I'm just like, sorry, honey. Like, I'm so sorry, because like, what type of life, and then every adult led her wrong, even Mary.
Oh yeah.
Even like, you know what I'm saying? I get she has this type of reverie for Mary, but it's like Mary was not a good influence on your life.
Absolutely.
And she only became softened to you was when she had her own granddaughter.
Exactly. So, and then like Mary is like, even like, I don't know what your intentions were, but sending her to the record.
The record exec? Like, what? How dare you? Knowing that girl, she was trying to get her to come back, I felt like.
You think so?
Yes, because like you wasn't really wishing her well to leave you, your top hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Your
the
bottom
top
bitch.
hoe, yeah, your bottom bitch at the house. You was not like wishing her well. You wanted her to come back.
Oh, I didn't even think about that part. That makes it even more sinister, because that's like,
she like, okay, you gonna go out there in the world, like, you'll be back pretty much. Yeah, Shirley and the crew, haters, miserable. And Pearl, I would say that I was a little proud of Pearl, because she worked past her prejudices about everything. To build his relationship with Sugar. So I was proud of Pearl.
Yeah. It was a lot. I definitely say this book, as I was reading, it really shows you the harm of gossip.
Yes.
Like, I kept
Shirley told them stories. Like, if that was a game of telephone, like,
my goodness. And it's just so crazy, because it really shows you how it is in real life, because like gossip starts all light and funny. And then the way how they showed up at that woman's door to like scare her away, it shows you how sinister it can become.
Yes.
And I think it's so easy for it to become, that pervasive, because it's often disregarded as being just, it's just harmless gossip. But it's like, that shows you like how, why is a sin? Like, it's such a it can become such a dangerous thing if you let it. So, yeah.
You have any quotes?
Do I?
I know, right? I have a couple.
I know. Look, we gotta put out the phone.
Yes.
The note cards ain't do the quotes any justice. So,
I mean, of course, the first one the first page.
Yes.
There's a little bit of hooker in every woman, a little bit of hooker and a little bit of God. And yes.
Yeah. That's when I knew this book was gonna be tea. Because I'm like, you could just tell when the book's gonna be good by that little opening quote or passage. Like, yeah. That's one of my favorite like book tropes when they have like a quote in the beginning.
Yeah.
A quote that hits hard. Exactly. This kind of long, but it was just I just had to.
Is it from
have
Wise
the
Old
full
Joe?
thing. No.
Okay.
But it is when when Sugar first comes to the town and they're talking about like why the women hate her and stuff. And they're like, they hated her because it was clear she had been one of them at some point, but had left before she would mature into a woman that tied her hair up in worn cloth at sunset and pushed her sleeves up around her elbows to begin an evening of toil after having toiled all day for the man. Baking bread and churning sweet butter, growing butter beans and collard greens in the small house that belonged to the bank, even though she had a 30-year mortgage that should have been paid off 5 years ago. But somehow the bank keeps telling her about interest that was miscalculated back in 46. So, they could just keep playing with Black people like that. And so now she owes for a few more years, but they can't say how many for sure because she's colored and they're not. And then going down, at night, she'll kiss her children, never less than 4 offspring, because remember from the other book, The Joys of Motherhood.
Yeah.
If she was lucky and owned a radio, she could listen to that while she, picked her cotton, chopped wood, or whatever. Save your laughter for real good time evenings when the boss man is an extra day away. And then she just says she's got drawers soaking in a bucket behind the house that had to be scrubbed and hung to dry in the air. But her husband bathed tonight and splashed a little of that drugstore aftershave on his cheeks. Yada yada, meaning he wants something. And she does her duties and pleases her man because she can function on 3 hours of sleep. Because keeping her man well fed and fucked are number one priorities that she can't slack on, because you can never know when a woman dressed to the nines with a blonde wig, long legs, and a high fat ass that should have been equal to you in almost every way may decide to hop on the first southbound Greyhound and end up looking at you letters on a dusty storefront window. So it's just talking about like back then, like the plight of your average Black woman, like just all of this. Like, you got to please your husband. You got to go to work.
I mean, I think it still applies today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah. Go to work at the Crock of Dawn. Make sure you're looking good.
So many different hats.
Yes.
And then after all of these things, being the home care, being a businesswoman or, from somebody who goes to work, rearing the children, like being holding the whole mental load of the house. And then at the end of all of this, when all my husband had to do was get his ass up, go to work and come back home. And I've done all of these things. You still you gotta have sex tonight.
Because if you don't,
I might go down,
look, it's some sex workers right across the street. Better be on your Zoom. Like,
so ladies, if that teaches you anything, is to put yourself first, because regardless, they're gonna do what they want to do.
Man.
So yeah,
which one?
I have a quote. It was a pretty long one, but I picked the piece out that I felt like was worth reading. So it was about Joe, and it's when Pearl and Joe first met, and she's listening to like their old war stories and stuff. And Joe says, "I can't say that I was proud to fight for my country. Not say and be truthful about it, but I can say I felt proud when I looked around and saw the white man fall, bleed, and die just like the colored. I felt proud because there was proof right there on the battlefield that we was men just like them." And Joe really had some lines up in here. Okay, Joe was wise, y'all. He was good with me, so I know he cheated on Pearl.
No, seriously, he was my whole book husband. It's so funny because when I thought of Joe, I thought about when we were at Pages and Volumes talking to Shannon, and we were talking about having a book boyfriend, like having a book relationship in a long time. I ain't had a book boyfriend in a long time.
It's been a minute since I had a book boyfriend.
Joe was that. Then he went and
cheated on her.
That pissed me off. Another quote I had was short, but when I don't know if it was Pearl or Shirley, somebody was like, "Ass slipping out like syrup."
I think it was Pearl.
Every time we read one of these books set in the past, I just have a lot of sayings that I want to stop. Like, let me add that to the lexicon. We're talking about ass just slipping out like syrup.
Oh my God.
That's how I want my clothes to be this summer. I want all my clothes to have my ass slipping out like syrup.
I'm gonna make sure to say it too.
You got any more?
No.
Okay.
I had a lot, but like I felt like that was
Okay.
like a good one.
One more.
Okay.
Pearl thanked God that she had picked correctly and been picked correctly. I was like, that's so sweet, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Like, not just choosing, like, again, like knowing, like, again, I got a blessing in you, but also you got a blessing in me. Don't
That's
forget
right.
that part. Don't forget
That's
that
right.
part. I'm a blessing too.
You want to get into some questions?
Okay. Yeah.
No, you can go first.
Okay. So, first question. Pearl says in the book that she watched her husband remember some long ago discretion, but didn't question it. It reminded me of the song Hypothetical by Life Jennings. So, do you think some things are better left unsaid?
Yes.
Okay, I agree. Okay. I agree.
Yes, I do.
I agree.
Especially if like it's gonna disrupt life. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this kid is 15. And we've been, in that situation of the song. Like, this kid is 15. And now I'm questioning, like, oh, is that your dad? Like, disrupt everybody,
Yeah.
because I feel guilty.
See, I was going to say something to the opposite.
Okay.
I was going to say, like, so I was going to compare it to, like, the book. So, like, we find out Sugar is Joe Taylor's kid. I was going to say, in that same scenario, but a Sugar never existed, I, like, don't ever say that.
If Sugar never existed?
Yeah, it's like, why say it?
Because
like,
he did it, right? So he agreed with that too for so long until it's something like that's like fruitful like from it. So,
but if it's like, oh, like if it was something like that, or like, you just, I don't know, I feel like tell it. Only because it's like,
what is it benefiting?
What if the child come out the blue at 21 and need a kidney, and it's like, well,
then your mama could give you one.
You mean
the mom?
If you're the dad,
Yeah.
like don't. So you're saying don't tell me he ain't my kid, or don't tell me.
Well, because if I'm thinking like, what's the reason, right? If your child comes to you and your child notices something and wants to know, that's something completely different.
Yeah.
But because you have this guilty conscience now and you want to clear it yourself, I think that's selfish. If everybody is fine the way it is and you're gonna blow it up because you just I can't take it no more.
Yes.
You should have said it from the beginning.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I get that.
I think it's a little selfish sometimes.
Yeah. Cause you're just trying to, like, you're about to rock my world.
Yeah.
Cause you're feeling guilty.
I just can't sleep at night.
Yes, like don't tell me. Come on now.
And you caused it.
We've been married 20 years.
Yeah.
And you about to tell me
on the
really? On the night before the wedding, baby. Shut up.
Our daughter is 30 and I know, but I just gotta get it off my chest. Like at this point, good God.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I kind of answered that too. I'm like, I agree. Like, hold on. We gotta balance. We gotta look at the totality of the circumstances.
Yeah.
So,
but listen here, future husband. I need to know every goddamn thing. And listen. Tell me everything. This is hypothetical.
Look, don't do anything that's gonna become a secret that eats at you in the first place. Don't
wouldn't even be here in the first place.
Yeah.
So, this is a part where Mary is talking to Sugar, and she's like, "Sugar, ain't you ever had no good times?" And Mary then goes on to explain to Sugar, "Good times are past experiences that make you smile when you reminisce." And my question to you is, what's a good time you think of that makes you smile about?
Oh my gosh. This is so. I thought it would be easy to recall one. There's so many. It's
Is there one that comes up like often when you think about something?
Can you come back to me? Can you answer first?
I guess I can share like one of the good times for me is like I think about often, especially like when I need a good laugh or like something reminds me of like being silly. It's actually with you. Like one of the times when we first met in like middle school, and we used to always be like this. And remember,
you are so embarrassing.
And I just was like, it just reminds me like, oh my God, I had somebody who was just as silly as me, like who gets it. But we used to be doing this all day in class and just crying, laughing. But I remember this one time, Yanni went up to the pencil sharpener in class and she fake fainted so I could look at her so she can go like this to me. What does this even mean? And why was we doing this? But when I think about that, I get like so silly. And another one was when I was in college, and it was a lot of my friends over at my dorm, and we went into like the little common area, and it was this guy. He brought his skateboard in the common area, and one of my friends. I'm laughing about it now because one of my friends tried to skateboard. I told her don't get on it. And like that moment was just like so funny. We just all having.
She fell?
Yes. She was okay, but it was like something that we always like. I always laugh about it. And it's like whenever she sees something about like somebody falling or whatever, and she like, Nika, I know you thinking about me like because when I tell you I was on the floor, but those moments, although funny, it just reminds me of, like the joy of being like around my friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it would be a moment I'm always telling people that I wish I could have recorded it. It was like the first ever like funniest mom moment to me. This baby had to be less than a week old. I was giving her her bottle. This baby, after like I guess she got sick of drinking, she used to be a little mean, but she was like a peaceful, quiet baby, but she had a little sass to her, even as an infant. And so she was drinking the bottle, and I guess she got full and was like over it, and she, with all little strength her little hand could muster, she grabbed the bottle and looked at me out the corner of her eye and just smacked it out her face. Like,
knowing who she is now, like you know, she meant that.
I couldn't. I was like, dog, this baby is crazy. Something I was like, I wish I could have recorded it. Y'all don't believe me. I be telling my mother all the time, like, I wish you could have seen it all. You would. When I told her the story, she looking like, oh, okay. But I'm like, Mom, this day I was worried. I'm like, who is in this child? Because what the hell? The little hand was like the size of this. She took all the little courage she could muster to smack it away from her. Like, I'm done, ho. Get out of my face now. But yeah, any little moment where like now, like the mommy moments where it's like, you have you're a whole person. Like yeah. But other than that,
None
family.
None with me.
I mean, of course, it's joking. I'm just joking. Of course, that's with family and friends. Like, it's just like, it's so many. That's why the question was so hard. It's just like,
it's so many. It's just so, when I need to laugh, those things come to my mind.
Watch something come to me afterward.
It's okay. What's your next question?
Okay. If this book was set in present day, how would that change things?
I do think that the urgency when it comes to people being abused is a little better these days, I will say. I'm not necessarily sure if anyone would have stopped looking for Jude's murderer if it was set today.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I feel like the backlash that Sugar received would be similar today. I think people would judge her. And I think people wouldn't take it seriously when she was abused. The last part of that book, I don't think people would take it as seriously because they don't. Like think like, where were you at and what were you wearing and why would you doing that? So I do think slight differences, but it's kind of shocking, like for something that happened in the 1940s or 50s. You see like how they reacted, and you would notice like some of the reactions might be the same like today.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, especially like even in today's times, we're still now like with the rise of like fascism and everything. It's just like being modern. I mean, being modest is like it's the
trad wife.
Yes, and it's like history just it's a cycle, just continuously. So it's like it's unfortunate that it's like. And not even talking about the respectability politics when it comes to like women being abused. It's like people are trying to put you in one of these bags. Like, did you deserve it, or were you asking for it, or
But yeah, I agree. And even like the simple things that they talking about, like makeup. Like how people feel like Oh, why she feel like she gotta have her face all done up when she go everywhere? Like, because. And what's the problem with that? Plain face? Like,
plain face?
Yeah, like, you wanna be walking around looking miserable, like, that don't have nothing to do with me.
Yes. Dry face. But, yeah, so definitely agree with that.
My next question, I think we both, like, agree. So, the quote in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, do you believe that every girl has a little bit of hooker in them and a little bit of God?
Yeah,
But a little bit of hooker?
You have to. What did Beyonce say? Every now and then you got to go in the back of the closet and pull out that freakum dress. So you got to. You got to. It's balance. It's balance. And that's why, like, when people just act like they can't tap into it or like they judge, don't get me wrong. Not every Like, some people, it's just not their thing to, I guess, be sexy. But it's like, don't demonize it. Like, if it's not your thing, cool. But I'm
Don't
like, it's
yuck my
always
yum.
telling, exactly, because it's always telling when it's like, it's not your thing, but you're so offended by somebody else doing it. Which one is it? Does it, like, not matter to you? Or is it like, it's like dressing down. Like, oh, I'm someone, I don't never want to wear heels. I just want to wear sneakers. Okay, so why are you so offended, though, if I want to put my heels on? Yeah.
Because you want to do.
So
I mean,
it's like,
just like Sugar was telling them, like, y'all are no different than me. What y'all do for y'all husbands to keep a roof and stuff over y'all heads, the same thing I'm doing for somebody who's just not Sugar's husband. So, hey. It, like, reminded me of when Sugar was trying to teach Pearl how to please Joe. I said, boy, that'd have been funny.
Man, they play so much. It's not too late for a movie. They are hilarious. Okay, so what do you feel about Joe I feel like we kind of touched on this already anyway. Asking, like, what do you feel about Joe at the beginning of the book versus how you feel about him now?
I mean, Joe, I had so much faith in him, but at the end of the day, he showed that he was just, I mean, we can't really judge him, right? We can't judge Sugar. And like he was telling Pearl, like, all God's children, like, deserve, like, forgiveness and, and I feel like he's going to go be honest because now that he's realized, because although he had his suspicions earlier, like when Pearl said she noticed that he thought of something, now it's like set in stone. Like, now he knows for sure Sugar is his daughter. And so now he's going to tell his wife, but it's just like, damn, Joe, why you had to cheat on Pearl? They weren't married, but he still cheated on her.
They weren't married.
No, they weren't married. Okay. It was before he asked her to get married because he was working extra to make sure they had a home and stuff in the other town. And so that's how he met the girl.
Damn. Okay,
he was going to work every day, flirting with somebody else. If you wasn't flirting, you wouldn't have no extra baby out here.
But yeah, should Pearl forgive him?
I feel like they had way more good times than this thing that happened like over 30 years ago at this point. So, like, he's been there for you through grief. He's been there for you. Like, we don't hear about Joe stepping out of her but not having sex for 15 years. They haven't had sex in 15 years. And they're married. And we don't hear about, they don't, they don't say that Joe is that type of guy.
Yeah, they even emphasize that he, like, pleases himself to just, like, whatever.
To
like,
stick by his wife. And I feel like, Pearl, she does have, like, a good man.
Yeah, she should forgive him. Especially because he didn't know. It's one thing if it's like, she lived right next door. She been living there for the past 30 years. And it's like, you watching this child every day.
She just moved within that year. So,
yeah.
I
agree.
So the story ends with Joe going to confess to Pearl, like we said. How do you think Pearl will react to that?
She probably gonna be conflicted.
Now because Pearl is, like, deep in her grief right now, like how she was with Jude.
Yes. She probably wind up blaming Joe. Like, it's your fault she left. She found out. She gonna be like, I don't even care. You made my new daughter leave. Like, my new stepdaughter. So, I think
that's how I feel. Like, either she could do that, like, be like, blame him, or kind of be a little excited that, like, now she can reach out to Sugar and say, hey,
exactly, this your dad. We can be a family.
We are your family.
Yeah. I think she'll be like, I wish you, like, she'll be mad. Like, if we had known this, we could have stopped her from, leaving us.
Even messing with our son.
Yeah.
Why we had to do that?
Why did we have to? Yeah. Bernice.
Bernice.
I know. I was like, ain't no way. That's why when I had the suspicion that Joe was her dad,
I said,
when
no,
she started dealing with
no.
Seth, I'm like, yeah, I know this ain't Joe's baby.
I said
she wouldn't do this. I hope.
Y'all, when I say I was speed reading those chapters, because I was like, nah, she cannot be related to him.
Like, how
at
the
that
hell?
point we had suspicions already. Like, she might be related.
How the hell is Thanksgiving gonna be after that?
Oh
like,
my God.
That's nasty.
My God.
So nasty.
Life is messy.
That's more than messy. Now why you?
I don't think they did anything though. His remember Seth was respectful.
Didn't they kiss or something?
I think they kissed. I think that was
even the holding hands was too much.
Oh my God, he loved her. He loved her. She loved him.
His little heart gonna be broken for a second time.
Oh my God. That's gonna be an interesting Thanksgiving.
It's brotherly love.
Yeah. So your overall thoughts about this book? Rating?
Amazing book.
It was great.
I'm just, I would have given it a 5 out of 5, but I gave it a 4.5 because Bernice, you ruined my relationship and my family and my marriage with my book husband. But yeah, 4.5.
Yeah, I gave it like a 5 because it was great, and for it to be so short, it was impactful. The only thing is like I wish it was like a longer because I'm like I wanted to, but it's a part 2, so
yes, I'm
we're
so
good.
excited.
We're good.
Definitely can't wait to read part 2.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very impactful. I definitely understand when the young lady said that her writing like changed her. But yes, this is great. Bernice, we DM'd you, by the way. Just, hey girl.
Okay. Casting?
Yes, castings. So, Pearl. Who do you have for Pearl?
Octavia Spencer.
Oh, that is really good, actually. Really good. I put Viola Davis.
And they're so funny because you know what? Both of them were in the help. Yeah, we were close. We were close.
What about for Sugar?
Okay, Patina Miller.
Who is that?
Okay, Patina Miller is the actress from Raising Kanan, and she plays Kanan's mom, Brock. And she's just the bomb. Like that.
I know who that is, actually. I know who she is.
The acting chops, like, awesome. Because I think she's, like, originally, like, a Broadway actress. And so, if you hear her speak and then, like, in her real life, like, interviews and stuff, and then when she plays Rock, it's like, girl. Yeah, so she's the bomb. She can definitely, like, eat this character up. She can eat Sugar up.
I said Jodie Turner from Queen of Slim.
She would be a good one. She would be a good one. She got that tall,
dark
model.
skin, pretty.
Yes.
Yeah. What about Joe?
I had either Wood Harris or Dennis Haysbert.
Okay, Dennis Hayes.
The All-State man.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And the father from Love and Basketball.
Yeah. For Joe, I put Delroy Lindo.
He'd be a good one. He would be a good one. Okay. Did you cast anybody else?
I just did Seth.
Who did you cast for him?
Aldous Hodge from the Cross.
That's a good one. That's really good. That's really good. I didn't cast Seth, but I did do some extras. So I did the Reverend Jamie Foxx. He would be a funny Reverend. He would be a good one. He would be a good one. And then, okay, so Shirley and Minnie, they were sisters, but like she described them as like not like
they
having
both
like
just
the same
funny
appearance.
looking.
One was dark skinned and one was like light, right?
I thought they both was dark skinned, but one was skinny and one was bigger.
I remember them saying one is dark and one was a little not like
Shirley is
like
definitely the dark skinned one.
Shirley is the brown skin one? Okay.
Shirley is definitely the dark skinned one.
Ooh, okay.
Because she was describing her.
Got it.
Yeah.
So whichever one was the dark skin or brown, whichever one was the darker, I had Loretta Devine.
Okay.
And then for the lighter one, I had Patrice Lovely, and she plays Hattie on all the Tyler Perry movies.
Oh, yes.
She would be funny.
They would be funny like together. Ladies.
Yes. Yeah, and those are the only ones I did.
Yeah. So overall, y'all, we love this book. We hope y'all loved it too.
Yes. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what you think. Tell us your thoughts. if we do nab that interview with Bernice, let us know what questions you would like to ask, what questions that you have about the book or like your thoughts that you would want to be shared. And yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
If we have our live event, everybody got to come dressed like Sugar. Have your
With
red
that blue eyeshadow.
blue eyeshadow and red patent heels ready to go.
And a blonde wig. All right, baddies. Bye.
Bye. Hey, baddies. Our May pick is The Man of Many Fathers by Roy Wood Jr. Life lessons disguised as a memoir. Make sure you pick up a copy.